Welcome back to Dry Hollow Homestead. This is Danielle, and today I'm going to tell you what I do sometimes with the whey that gets left when you make cheese. So this is a question I get quite a bit because you do have gallons and gallons of whey left over when you are making cheese, and normally, I will confess, I give that to my dogs. I let them drink it, or I dump it out in my garden and my roses. So I don't always do this, but this is a great option. Let me turn you around so you can see this. So I have just finished making a farmhouse cheddar. That's actually from a few days ago. This farmhouse cheddar is draining down. That is what I just finished doing. So this is the whey that's left from that cheese, and this fits 6.5 gallons, no problem. So I'm thinking, I don't know, what do you think, 4 gallons? Yeah, I'm thinking like 4 gallons of whey here. So yeah, it does suck to just dispose of it, but I'm also usually done wanting to get out of the kitchen and find something else to do by the time I'm done making cheese. But you can turn this into ricotta. So I have the recipe in that 200 easy cheese recipes that I really recommend for any cheesemaker, traditional ricotta. So we're actually just going to heat this whey up to 195 degrees and kind of keep it from scorching at the bottom by stirring it. And then we're going to add white vinegar. I'm going to probably do about 3/4 a cup. So I will bring you back when I get it up to temperature. So this is now at 195. The temperature's gotten up there to 195, but I filmed this and I actually was talking to you, but I'm actually canning pizza sauce at the same time, and it's quite loud in my kitchen. So I'm just gonna go ahead and record a voiceover here so you don't have to hear my pressure canner the whole time. So once we get it up to that 195, the directions say to add vinegar. I'm actually doing like 3/4 a cup of white vinegar, and turn that heat off. When it hits 195, turn it off, add this white vinegar and stir it in, and you should immediately start to see cheese float. It would be ricotta come together. You'll see separation. Let's see if we see it. Is it working? Definitely. Okay, so I'm actually going to get a strainer. There it is. Awesome, it worked, and this was delicious. And I really don't know what to do with a ricotta other than make lasagna. If you have any ideas, put it in the comments below. Some people really love this. So I have my big bowl, my Ohio stoneware. I have that mesh colander that I use all the time, and some of my cheesecloth, which is not really cheesecloth, it's a flour sack kitchen towel. So now I'm just going to ladle this off all of the curds that have now come to the top. So this is really awesome. This was going to definitely just be fed to my animals, or I like to feed my rose bushes this leftover whey. Instead, you get a second cheese out of it, and I don't know, I probably got 2 pounds. I would say pretty close to 2 pounds of ricotta from doing this. I think the next step that we have to do is to actually strain this over the colander like I have, but we're going to tie it up and actually hang the bag over a bowl. You've probably seen me use that little hook in my corner attached to the cabinets. That's what I'm going to do here. Yeah, this is awesome. It's a great way to stretch your milk, especially if you are buying raw milk. Raw milk is not cheap, and I don't think it should be. I think it's a big responsibility to the farmer, and it is really hard to legally sell it. So if they go through all that effort to actually be allowed to sell theirs, it is worth every penny of it. But this is a way that you can do even more with your raw milk. If you end up making cheese, you can get even more out of that price. So that's a lot of cheese. So I was very, very surprised. Tell me what else you do with your whey. We got so much more. This ricotta has been draining now over a strainer, over a bowl for over an hour. Actually went out and milked and then came back in. So now we are actually going to put it in a bowl, and we are going to salt it. I'm actually going to put it in a bowl that is freezer snap. That's not going to work. it in a glass bowl that I can freeze it in. Oh, it smells delicious. And we are going to salt it, and then I'm actually going to freeze it because this is a fresh cheese. You do need to eat it pretty soon. It is not a hard cheese that is aging and can be preserved for a long term. This would need to be eaten pretty quickly. Always rinse your cheesecloth in the sink before you put it in the laundry. Okay, so I don't know. We'll just guesstimate with the seasoning. It's season 2.
Pumpkin plant growing out there. There's a baby pumpkin plant. 2 of them. 2. The baby pumpkin plant.
So I'm thinking about 2 teaspoons is going to be good. So I will freeze this and bring it back out. I would put this usually in the freezer and then bring it out when I make lasagna. This bowl will work, but it isn't going to be the greatest to stir this in. But I hope you have a great day. I hope you learned how to make some ricotta with your whey. One of the ways you can use it up instead of wasting it. It does help. We feed it to the garden, so that helps us whenever I am using up the whey for the soil. That doesn't bother me too bad either. This is a great way to do something delicious and get even more use out of your raw milk, especially if you're going to be buying it. And raw milk is really expensive to buy because there are so many hurdles that raw milk cow owners have to go through in order to sell it. So it is definitely worth it, and this is one way that if you were making cheese, you can use that whey for make your raw milk stretch even further. Bye.